Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you, depending where you are. In the world, we're doing the nighttime devotion from the devotional Maranatha. The title today, The Devil's Strategy Against Sabbath Keepers. Psalms 94:20 and 21. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. As the people of God approach the perils of the last days, Satan holds earnest consultation with his angels as to the most successful plan of overthrowing their faith. Says the great deceiver, the Sabbath is the great question which is to decide the destiny of souls. We must exalt the Sabbath of our creating. We've caused it to be accepted by both worldlings and church members. Now the church must be led to unite with the world in its support. We must work by signs and wonders to blind their eyes to the truth and lead them to lay aside reason and the fear of God and follow custom and tradition. I will influence popular ministers to turn the attention of their hearers from the commandments of God. But our principal concern is to silence this sect of Sabbath keepers. We must excite popular indignation against them. We will enlist great men and worldly wise men upon our side and induce those in authority to carry out our purposes. Then the Sabbath which I have set up shall be enforced by laws, and most severe and exacting. Those who disregard them shall be driven out from the cities and villages and made to suffer hunger and privation. When once we have the power, we will show that we can do with what we can do with those who will not swerve from their allegiance to God. Now that we're bringing the Protestant churches and the world into harmony with this right arm of our strength, we'll finally have a law to exterminate all who will but submit to our authority. When death shall be made the penalty of violating our Sabbath, then many who are now ranked with commandment keepers will come over to our side. But before proceeding to these extreme measures, we must ensnare those who honor the true Sabbath. We can separate many from Christ by worldliness, lust, and pride. They may think themselves safe because they believe the truth, but indulgence of appetite or the lower passions which will confuse judgment and destroy discrimination, will cause them to fall. Serious words. The devil's strategy against Sabbath keepers. This, one could ask, well, how do they know this? Where did they get this information? Where did they get this inspiration? Did God inspire them to write this? But when you think about it, it sounds completely legitimate, feasible, realistic, because it runs in line with everything we know already. I will influence popular ministers to turn the attention of their hearers from the commandments of God. But that's already happening. I heard years and years ago T.D. Jakes preaching about the Sabbath. And then he says, every day is the Sabbath. I worship every day, so every day is the Sabbath. That's not the case. It is the case what he said that, but that is not the truth. Others say that Sunday is the Sabbath. No, they call Sunday the Lord's Day, not the Sabbath. The Sabbath, as I've said before, is one and only day, the seventh day. But then a lot of people are confused because they might have a calendar that starts with Monday. A lot of calendars start the first day as Monday, which would make the Sunday the seventh day, but that is not the case. Biblically, Sunday is the first day. And if you want to question that, you can go to Luke 23, the end of Luke 23, where it does say Christ was crucified on the day of preparation. The Sabbath drew on, and on the first day of the week, the women ran to the tomb to anoint the body. So it's all there in the Bible. But here, everyone, even the Protestant churches, are working in harmony with them that keep the Sunday as their Sabbath. They will be passing laws which we call the Sunday law. It will happen. There will be persecution for the Sabbath keepers. It's going to come, and it's going to come soon. Be ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.